Hello, darling. I am Cassandra. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. For those of you who are new to my channel, child, let me introduce you to the Jungle Beauty Goddesses, the life-size fabric sculpture dolls you see sitting behind me. I created these dolls myself, and as I was sewing them, they would not stop talking to me, and this led to my Jungle Beauty Goddess book series, Jungle Beauty Goddess Oracle deck, but also the Jungle Beauty Goddesses are going to answer a question. So a woman wrote in, and her question is, she had an intimate relationship with her sister's husband, and she feels very guilty and ashamed of her behavior, and she wants to apologize and tell her sister what she has done. Her question to the Jungle Beauty Goddesses is, should I tell my sister what I did with her husband and apologize? So the first goddess responds to the woman who, cheated with her sister's husband. I don't know what Namib says. I just want to hopefully not make this video so long, so I wanted to just write things out. This is Jungle Beauty Goddess Namib, and this is her response, child. She says, you did not cheat on your sister, you cheated on yourself. You betrayed your own idea and perception of yourself as being a good person, a person of integrity, a person with dignity. What you have done is destroyed the image of you as being anyone that any person would ever want to be around. So basically, what you've done to your sister, you've really done to yourself. And what most humans don't understand is that there is only one. There's only one. And everything we do that we think we are doing to other people, we're really doing to ourselves. So you shouldn't spend your time worrying about telling your sister what you've done with her husband, because chances are your sister is well aware of what you've done. The minute you made contact with her husband, she knew about it. But she's probably been dealing with your venom and your spite and your jealousy and your envy throughout her entire life. This is not the first time you betrayed her. And it seems like you've been trying to somehow make yourself feel superior to her. But your sister has probably already forgiven you, which still makes her she's more evolved. She's still superior to you, and you still haven't accomplished what you were trying to accomplish on some level. So as opposed to spending your time, telling your sister what she already knows, you should ask yourself, why would anyone ever want to have a relationship with you or trust you or want to be around a person such as yourself? That is the question that you should ponder, not as to whether or not you should tell your sister. Your sister already knows. This is not the first time that you have violated her trust, and it probably won't be the last time you violated her trust. But maybe she is in your life to show you who you really are, and hopefully you'll do something about it. So Jungle Beauty Goddess Namib's response is, do not tell your sister. There is no point in telling your sister. Your sister already knows what type of person you are, and that you would be better off spending your energy and your time trying to become aware of the unconscious or subconscious reasons of why you are jealous or envious, or that you would betray your sister in this manner. So she feels that there is no point in telling her. She already knows. She's already forgiven you, and it's not the most productive way to utilize your time or correct the situation. So Jungle Beauty Goddess Namib says no. The next sister we have is, oh my God, no, please. Afar. Jungle Beauty Goddess, please be nice. So Jungle Beauty Goddess Afar's response as to whether or not you should tell your sister that you slept with her husband. Oh my God, Jungle Beauty Goddess Afar, you always ooh. So This is Jungle Beauty Goddess Afara's response. Nothing troubles me more than when human women are asking me such asinine questions about a job half done. You clearly hate your sister. Let's be honest, darling. You wanted to hurt her, destroy her emotionally, and make her feel insecure and inferior to you. Am I right, darling? Telling your sister that you slept with her husband is so mundane, cliche, and boring. If her husband is going back to your sister, this is proof that your lady garden wasn't plush enough, wasn't rich enough, wasn't fun enough, or fulfilling enough to keep him. Her husband obviously viewed you as an empty, brittle, unfulfilling snack. Oh my, come on, Afar. Please, do we have to? Yes, darling. You don't go and tell her you slept with her husband. It's doing nothing. Well, let's finish. Unfulfilling snack that he probably wishes he never had. Thus, telling your sister that you have allowed her husband to use you as a waste receptacle is humiliating on so many levels and shows that you are clearly disconnected from your goddess powers. Why would you tell her? She and her husband already are laughing at you. Oh my God. They're laughing at how pathetic you are. If you are not going to tell your sister that her husband is leaving her for you with an engagement ring at least 3 times the size of the one that he bought for her, then I don't see the point of telling her anything. So basically, darling, take this as a spiritual loss. Gather some integrity, some dignity, some morality. Learn your lessons and take this secret to your grave. So Jungle Beauty Goddess Afar feels like, why would you tell your sister that you slept with her husband and they're still together? Obviously, he used you. He's still with her sister. Whatever you gave him, it wasn't good enough to keep him. Afar. Oh my God. Yes, darling. You know, if you're going to betray your sister, you know, you need to do the job extremely well. He shouldn't go back to your sister. He should be with you. If he is still with your sister, it means that you are pathetic and you should be ashamed of yourself for not being good enough to take him completely. Okay. So, Jungle Beauty Goddess Afar's answer is, do not tell your sister because you've done nothing but humiliated yourself because you were obviously not good enough to take him completely. That is her position. Is that correct? Yes, that's her position. So the next goddess, she's going to give her opinion about what this sister should do. This is Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari. And Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari's position is, oh my goodness. She says that she feels that the position that you are taking is, if I can't be your best friend, then I would be your worst enemy. You may be jealous of your sister's relationship with her husband. Perhaps she was your best friend. Maybe you guys were very close growing up. She was always available to you, and now she is preoccupied with her husband. And she feels like, Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari feels like you feel like you've been replaced, and you don't want to be second banana, and you would much rather, you don't want a mediocre, lukewarm relationship with your sister. And even though I know it may look like betrayal, well, it is betrayal, but it's love turned inside out. She said hate is the flip side of love. You don't want to be her second best friend. You refuse to take a backseat to her husband. So what you are experiencing with your sister is the dark side of love. Oh, wow. If you don't have the relationship you want with her, you have created the opposite relationship with the same level of intensity. You will never accept a lukewarm, mediocre relationship with your sister. You still want to be number one in her life, even if you are her number one enemy. You would rather fight with her than have a casual relationship with her. You want to tell your sister because you want to take the shine and attention away from her husband and put it on you. You want to rank number one in your sister's life, no matter what the cost is. I want you to know that I feel that you love your sister. You feel betrayed by your sister's husband. He took your best friend. You need to grieve the loss of the special relationship that you had with your sister. Betrayal usually signifies a love that is too hot to handle. Intense emotions, seeking release, a supernatural love. Seeking release, testing boundaries, testing time. Only relationships that have existed throughout time, throughout several lifetimes, experience this level of betrayal. In some ways, you are testing the relationship so that you both can expand and grow as spiritual beings. You need to tell your sister so that you both can test the intensity, the strength, the depth, and the love that you both share for each other. My feelings is that you both are looking forward to this fight, and your relationship will only grow stronger because of it. So Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari feels that you should definitely tell your sister, because she feels that the reason you did this is not because you do not like her. It's because you love her deeply and intensely. You want to maintain a special relationship with her. She also says that whenever there is a relationship that has this level of betrayal, that you guys have been close for several lifetimes and you are seeking to continue to grow and expand. So yes, tell your sister so you both can have this fight, so that you both can grow from it and become even closer. This is Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara, and Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara is going to give her position as to whether or not you should tell your sister that you actually, slept with her husband. What do you hope to gain from telling your sister this horrendous news? When you slept with her husband, you knew exactly what you were doing. The only reason you want to tell your sister that you slept with her husband is because you are not experiencing the outcome that you expected. You thought that sleeping with her husband was going to give you some type of upper hand, feeling of superiority, thinking that she would be inferior to you, darling. But you have come to the realization that her husband still loves her, and they appear to be happy. You have come to the realization that your secret action has only hurt you. So now you want to tell your sister, hoping that another sword in her back will finish the job. Now that is the real reason you want to tell your sister. You just want to put one more sword in her back because the first one did not do what you had hoped it would do. You are in denial about your motives for wanting to tell your sister about your disloyalty. I don't see the logic in telling her because you're going to continue to receive the natural consequences of your actions. You will be better off trying to figure out what it is that you truly love about your sister and emulate that behavior so that you can enjoy a better life and find a man of your own. So Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara's position is, do not tell your that you slept with her husband, because she feels that you need to look at it from a very logical standpoint and decide, what is it really going to get you? Like, what are you really going to gain from telling her? Pretty much nothing. She feels that you would be better off looking at your motives and looking at what it is you really love about your sister, what you envy about her, and developing those characteristics for yourself so that you can one day have the life that you deserve. So this is Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara's position. She says, no, do not tell your sister. This is Jungle Beauty Goddess Chauby Child. Jungle Beauty Goddess Chauby's position is, you must absolutely tell your sister that you slept with her husband so that she can give you the butt whipping that you deserve. And this butt whooping is going to make you an absolutely better person. Now, you do need to fight back because you don't want to, but you're going to lose. But let me tell you about this fight and this beat down that you're going to get that you absolutely and 100% deserve. This fight, you probably have been disloyal to your sister for a very long time, flirting with her boyfriends. This is not the first time you've done this to your sister. And because your sister has tolerated your behavior throughout her life, she's probably been bullied in school. She's probably being bullied on her job. She's probably being bullied. But the butt whooping that she's going to give you is going to make her stronger. You see, you're going to be a person of integrity and honesty and decency. And your sister is going to be a person who no longer allows people like you to push her around. So I feel like it is absolutely necessary that you take accountability and responsibility for what you've done to your sister. Take your beat down well, you're not going to be able to help it. But you definitely need to tell her, because you both will become different people. You will learn boundaries and respect for other people, and your sister will learn to no longer let people bully her. So Jungle Beauty Goddess, Charlie's position is, yes, tell her and take the butt whipping that you deserve. So now we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara, and she is going to discuss as to whether or not you should tell your sister child what you did. You slept with her husband. So Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara's position is, you did not betray your sister when you slept with her husband. You betrayed your ancestors and you eroded your bloodline. You have created an invisible obstacles that will make it difficult for your relatives to trust and support each other throughout many lifetimes. You have tainted the relationships of your children and your sister's children. These first cousins won't understand why they don't get along and why they don't like each other. You have betrayed your parents and your grandparents, your aunties and your uncles, because they're going to be forced to pick sides. They're going to, because they love you both dearly, but now they have to pick sides, and they're going to probably side with your sister because of the betrayal that you have bestowed upon her life. My dear child, do you understand the magnitude of your betrayal? Ooh. Do you sincerely understand that you did not hurt your sister, but collectively tainted your bloodline? That your descendants will spend a lifetime repaying this karmic debt that you have created? It doesn't matter if you tell your sister. The emotional and spiritual damage that you have created will have consequences too numerous to explain on so many levels and so many lifetimes. My advice ultimately is that you must tell your sister and beg for her forgiveness, because the stability of your family lineage is at risk. You must gather the strength to carry the weight of her pain, her hurt, her disappointment in you as a sister. Know that your behavior will also change how other family members will feel about you as well. It would take a long time for people to want to be around you and trust you in their inner circle and in their personal space. Ooh. Forgive yourself and use this experience to heal others who may have made a similar mistake. So Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara's position is, you didn't just betray your sister, you betrayed your bloodline, you betrayed your ancestors, you betrayed everybody who know you guys, people in your family who would pick sides. If you have children and your sister's children, there will be this energy of a tumultuous relationship between first cousins. They won't even understand why they don't like each other. She feels like what you did was not about you and your sister. You've hurt a lot of people. You should tell her and beg for her forgiveness, because this will at least bring it to the surface, but it's a weight that you have to bear in this lifetime. So yes, tell her. Okay. So next we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Cyanide, who's going to give her opinion as to whether or not this sister should tell her sister that she slept with her husband. So Jungle Beauty Goddess Cyanide says, I wouldn't tell my sister. Oh my God. I wouldn't tell my sister that I'm sorry. I would show her with my actions. Sometimes we feel so close to people that we lose sight of where we end and they begin. We feel that everything that they have belongs to us and everything that we have belongs to them. When these emotional and psychological lines are blurred, we don't feel like we are partaking in something that belongs to them alone, because we feel as if though we are one. The emotional intimacy that sisters, close friends, colleagues share can easily slip from the psychological realm to the emotional realm and then to the physical realm and expression of love. All relationships are always seeking to move to the next level, to evolve, to grow, to expand, to become richer, deeper, and more profound until they break apart. The only way to avoid this is to always have clear boundaries, such as not sharing intimate details of your personal life, to be mindful of how you dress when you're around your sister's husband, or colleagues, how much time you spend together. Without realizing it, your sister invited you into the aura of her husband and inadvertently gave you permission or access to the physical realm of their relationship. So what Jungle Beauty Goddess Cyanide is saying is that sometimes when we spend a lot of time around people, we blur boundaries. We start telling them about our personal life, conversations become inappropriate, and we slip. It's kind of like if you're in a work relationship with somebody and then you start to, talk to them, inappropriate. I don't want to say inappropriate, but let's just say you're talking to them. It's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, or 1 o'clock in the morning, or the relationship, the boundaries of the relationship have been crossed. So to slip into an intimate relationship is almost natural, because you would have to, maintain some type of boundaries in terms of you don't talk to people at this time of night, or you don't have dinner with them, or you don't go to lunch, whatever. I'm just saying. Or if you're around your sister and her husband and you're, maybe you're getting too comfortable and you're starting to allow yourself to feel like you can, maybe you should have a robe on and you don't, or you're just really comfortable. So a lot of times if we don't have boundaries with other people, we don't really know when we're slipping into a very inappropriate relationship that hurt people and hurt families. So she's saying that, so basically the relationship, Jungle Beauty Goddess Cyanide feels that inadvertently and not on purpose, your sister probably gave you permission to sleep with her husband by allowing you at her house all the time, maybe telling you intimate and personal details about your relationship, and at some point you felt like that was both of y'all husband. So let me just finish. She says that you are not the first person to violate the trust of a loved one. The most important lesson that you and humans need to learn is that when something is sacred to you, you must set clear physical and spiritual and emotional boundaries that are never to be crossed. That does not allow others to intrude into your space. You are energetic beings, first and foremost. So when you spend too much time with another person, it is natural to catch, which the term she uses is to catch feelings for them that betray your physical body. When you feel emotions for a person outside of the physical borders of the type of relationship that you have with them, you must remove yourself from their presence as much as possible. Be very discerning about the type of information you share with people. The words, emotions, thoughts that you share are more intimate than a physical relationship. So Jungle Beauty Goddess Cyanide is saying you cheat with a person long before you have a physical relationship with them by the type of conversations that you have with them, the type of time you spend with them, the way you dress around them. The cheating is a culmination, the physical contact is a culmination of several boundaries that have been crossed a long time ago. She said that Forgive yourself. Being a spiritual being in a human body is very challenging indeed. Show your sister that you love and respect her by keeping an appropriate distance from her husband. If she tries to tell you something personal about their relationship, tell her that what she has with her husband is sacred, and change the subject. Do not tell her that you are sorry. Show her that you have learned valuable lessons about trust, loyalty, integrity, honesty, and love. Your actions will speak louder than any words. If she finds out one day, she will instantly forgive you because of all of the energetic boundaries of integrity that you have put into place. Go ahead, Cyanide girl. So Cyanide feels like, no, you should not tell your sister what you've done. You should change your actions. You should change the time that you spend, the way you spend time with her, the way you interact with her husband. Like sometimes family members like to hug and their hugs are too long or too inappropriate. Change the way you dress. She feels that humans, because we're energetic beings, our thoughts, our words it's kind of like once you have crossed boundaries with your words and your emotions and your space, the physical culmination of that is to expand that relationship in another way that's inappropriate. But what was inappropriate happened long before the physical contact. So she says, no, do not tell your sister. Show her that you learn your lesson and that you're a different person. So guys, in the comment box below, I would like for you to please tell me which one of the sisters' advice do you most agree with, which sister's advice do you least agree with, and what advice do you have, child, for this woman who slept with her sister's husband. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you, darling, in the next video.